Pittsburgh Steelers will be back tomorrow for mandatory minicamp on the south side of Pittsburgh on June 11th. But the question remains, and it seems to be the hot topic over the weekend, what are they going to do about this wide receiver spot? It seems to be a reoccurring theme for this Steelers team, and it's what everybody wants to talk about. Welcome back to Mike Drop Sports, everybody. I'm Jason. Let's dive in here on a Monday. Thank you for joining me. I'm in a little bit of a new location here. Yeah, so we'll work on getting someplace set up and a more permanent spot now that we are officially out of the moving pattern. So here we are again, guys. We're here talking Steelers here on a Monday. Again, the wide receiver room seems to still be the big topic, the big issue. You're starting to see Brandon Ayuk rumors out there that the 49ers have on the table a $26 million a year contract offer to Brandon Ayuk. I'm not sure of, the length or, any type of guaranteed money, anything like that. So, but that's the rumor, $26 million per season. And it's rumored now that or has been rumored for quite some time, that he is looking around the $30 million a year range. You saw Justin Jefferson break the bank. And is Brandon Ayuk Justin Jefferson? I think Brandon Ayuk is a great receiver. I think he's a quality pro. I think Justin Jefferson, though, is a little bit better than him. So, yeah, I think the money could be comparable. But I think if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers and you're looking to trade for somebody like that, you really got to weigh out what's going on with your football team. And it's $30 million per season, a commitment you're ready to make. If you're the Steelers, you could get Brandon Ayuk probably on some cheap money here just to finish out a one-year rental type player, kind of split some hairs with the 49ers in terms of contract. You could do something like that. But if you're the Steelers, are you looking for a more long-term answer, or would just somebody for a year be okay? That's another question that you have to ask yourself. Is somebody just coming in here for a year, would that be good enough, considering you drafted a guy in Roman Wilson that you really have high hopes for, that you think is going to maybe transcend into that next great slot type guy, that next great guy that can play inside out, some guy that could do it all, blocking in the run game, a guy that's just a real, what's Mike Tomlin say, a Swiss Army knife, somebody that can just do everything in that position, somebody that you could really rely on. That's what I think their real high hopes are for Roman Wilson. And would you be willing to commit that whenever you have George Pickens do some money probably really, really soon? And are you really confident in George? I think if you're the Steelers, there's just so many things to weigh. And I think that Omar Khan needs to continue the theme that he's had all offseason. I say it so much. And that is his consistency, and that is his patience. And I think if you are Omar Khan, that's what you need to remember, and continue to be patient and continue to just get through this offseason and not make any knee-jerk reaction type moves, because I think that's what gets you in trouble as a general manager. I think that's what gets you in trouble as a football team in your long-term success, because you can't afford to make any big-time stumbles here in the NFL. You get behind the eight ball in the salary cap department. You get behind the eight ball in terms of building up key positional groups. You really set yourself back years, and when you look at this quarterback room and you look at what you have there, that you possibly maybe have the opportunity to win now with Russell Wilson, a guy that has really come into Pittsburgh and embraced the city, the culture, has embraced the franchise, really trying to become a real true leader. And it looks like Russell Wilson has just one thing on his mind, and I've said it several times this offseason also. I think Russell Wilson has come to Pittsburgh to really just try to cement his legacy and really go after and chase a Lombardi trophy, to really play for his next deal. Justin Fields playing for his next deal, if you really look at it all here. So with the Pittsburgh Steelers in their quarterback situation, you would think that there's a team right now ready to win. So maybe, again, guys, you don't want to get out there and overextend yourself. maybe right now would be the chance to take a chance on a 1 year rental player at wide receiver, something like that, and then deal with those contracts later. Watch both players that you bring. You bring in a guy. Say you bring in, just for instance, I'm not saying that they're going to do it, but bring in a Brandon Ayuk. You split this year's salary with the 49ers, but you know he's going to walk into 2025 as a free agent. And then you look at George Pickens. You watch him walk into 2025 as a free agent. Now, what do? You can take the 2024 season and really say to yourself, hey, these are the guys I want to pay, this guy or that guy. This is the performance. These are the numbers. And you can have something really solid to lean on whenever you consider making your decision here. And I think that that's big. And I think that that's something that Omar Khan possibly could take advantage of. And meanwhile, you're allowing guys like Roman Wilson, guys like Calvin Austin to continue to grow. And then also you have a bunch of these other young, kind of young, no-name type wide receivers, fourth, fifth, depth chart type guys. You have them on this roster this year, and you can see how are they going to work out. Does anybody in that group take off and really start to shine? I'm just saying, I think that that may be the thing to do. And I understand that that is taking a gamble, because if you look at this football team, I think they're going to have a solid offensive line, one that's going to be young, one that's going to be able to grow and really take some big steps, I think, over the next several seasons, and really be a cheap option for the Pittsburgh Steelers in terms of finances, considering that they're mostly, first, second year guys right now. So you look at that, and you say to yourself, okay, we got that going. And now you're looking at the skill positions, and specifically quarterback, specifically wide receiver. And you say to yourself, this room, this offensive group could completely take a 180 again next year in 2025 if you don't watch yourself. And that's going down that road of saying, hey, let's see how everything works out. But you're getting into the muddy waters to where these players could possibly go explore other options from other teams, other contract offers from other teams, to where if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, maybe you don't get to bring them back in. Maybe you're not going to be able to, one, compete with the offer, two, be willing to compete with the offer, and three, maybe the player doesn't want to come back. You just don't know. And I think that has a lot to depend on, too, how this season goes and where you see this football team ending and finishing up, and how excited a player would be to make a return. Especially a player like a Brandon Ayuk, a George Pickens, somebody that's probably going to want to go win some ball games, and play for a competitive team. You look at this running back room even. You say to yourself, Najee Harris could be gone after this season. Jaylen Warren, we still got to figure out a contract with him. I know there's been some discussion and some theories and some things thrown around there of what they could do with that situation. But if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, you are really, truly running the risk. Oh, what about Pat Freiermuth? There's another one. You are really, truly running the risk of totally having to rebuild from the quarterback out, the whole skill position group of the Pittsburgh Steelers offense in 2025. You are really taking that risk if you don't get some people locked down and things moving forward in the right direction in that sense. So that is a possibility, guys. So maybe if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers is what I'm getting at here, you take that chance and you go all in for 1 year, because you might only have a window of 1 year, at least offensively. I know what they've been able to do on the defensive side of the football. They have people locked up all over there. I feel confident that it could be, a group that succeeds for 2-3 years here moving forward. But this offense has a lot of question marks, guys. And if things don't change real quickly in terms of trying to figure out a long-term solution for this offense and trying to figure out a more concrete plan moving forward, I think that you could see this offense really be in flux and really have a lot of turnover here in the next season or two. So let's keep an eye out on that. And until tonight for our live stream for Steel City Live here on Mike Drop Sports at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm trying to get back into the game, guys. It's been a long weekend, and I still got a ton to do. But yet we are in the house at least. We are moved in, so yeah. I just got to find a place I want to set up where the internet's good. I have a couple places picked out, as I told you before, but we'll see what happens there. So. We'll see if maybe I can get something done today after I get some work done that I need to get done here. So until tonight, guys, I'm Jason. This is Mike Drop Sports. Peace.